Well, thanks to the warmer weather, the cherry blossoms are blooming early. Experts now say the peak bloom will be Thursday and Friday. The blooming period should last through April 8th. The festival runs through April 11th. I think I'll have a dream about that Erykah Badu video tonight. Okay. With the warm weather and the forecast, you might be looking for an eco-friendly way to have some fun with your clothes on outdoors.
Yeah, and you're going to need them this morning because it's still chilly out there. But that's not stopping Holly or Derek Thomas to help us out this morning. Hi, Holly.
We are both bundled up here. Derek and I were both saying, why didn't we do this later in the week? I have to start with an apology because all morning long I've been calling our garden guru by the wrong name. I called him Derek Thompson, but you saw the paper, Derek.
Yeah,
right.
It wasn't.
So my producer's going to be drawn and quartered at noon. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what? Here's the thing. I never think of your last name because, like, to me, you're just like Madonna. You only need one name. Derek. Strike a garden pose, Derek. So right now we are going to talk about planting trees because in the springtime, a lot of people like to do that.
A lot of people like to do it. And plus, you know, with the cherry blossoms, it puts people in the mood because they're thinking, oh, look, the cherry blossoms are so gorgeous. So there's probably a big spike like on cherry tree sales right after the festival.
And then they plant them and they go, why doesn't mine look like the tidal basin?
Exactly. Well, they have the arborists to take care of them all year long. Right.
Well, we have you, and you're going to talk to us first of all about getting the tree at the nursery, taking it home, some tips to keep in mind.
Exactly. You know, that whole care thing that you're talking about, and it starts right from the very beginning. If you deal with a reputable nursery. So make sure, you know, we were talking about reputable nurseries earlier. Make sure that the nursery that you're dealing with is reputable. Make sure that the plant material that you're going to be getting is good plant material. Okay? Now, once you get the good plant material, you want to make sure that you're bringing it home in a safe manner, too, because I've seen, you know, I was telling you earlier, I saw this woman one time, like, loading a tree into a convertible BMW, and away she went.
She looked hot, though.
She was very hot,
but her
and
tree
the
didn't look
tree
good.
made it home with no leaves.
Right, when it got home, right.
So you want to protect the tree once you do pick it up from the nursery. Make sure that you protect it, because these are very tender leaves that are coming out. So make sure that you protect it from the wind. When you get it home, make sure that if you can't get it into the ground right away, that you protect this tender root ball. Because you see this here. This is a root ball. There's roots that are right below that burlap.
Right.
So you want to make sure that if you can't get it into the ground right away, that you're going to mound up mulch around it.
And you want to keep it moist.
Keep it moist, and also keep it out of the direct sun.
Oh, really?
Because even though this tree would love the direct sun, right now it's acclimating, it's been dug out, so you want to protect it until it's tender. Once you get to this planting stage, one of the things that you want to make sure, and we've spent years correcting this error that horticulturalists had, you plant the root, when you dig the hole for the root ball, dig it exactly the depth. Years ago, they used to say dig it twice as deep, work soil in and all of that. No more. Dig it only the depth, of the root ball. But dig it twice as wide. So you're making a hole that's twice as wide. Then what you want to do is, this is the native soil here. This is some nice, rich compost. You want to mix in half and half. So what you're actually doing is you're turning the earth, you're getting that mix. And the reason that you're doing that, and the reason you're not adding only compost, is because tree roots are basically lazy. And if you don't mix in some of the existing soil, the tree will work itself into a tight little ball and never grow out of the hole that you dug.
Oh, it'll stress the tree out if you don't put the regular earth in there, basically. It needs an environment that it's kind of used to.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so then
after that, you've got the root ball in, you've made it the right size. What you want to do is you only want to plant it at the depth of the surrounding earth. Don't go any deeper. The tree can drown.
Oh, wow.
And then take about a 2-inch layer of mulch and bring that around there. That's going to help protect the tree. That's going to add moisture. When you're not watering, it's going to keep things nice and moist.
And then how often do you have to water it when you first plant a tree? Because sometimes I see people just laying a hose on there and, you know, letting it go and go and go.
Right. Now, they've got some really neat tree soaker, things like that. And what that does is does a slow drip. What you want to make sure, it's better to water every second or third day deeply.
Gotcha.
than the water every day.
Very good. Very good, Mr. Thomas.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your advice. He's not going anywhere, though. I do want to remind you, myfoxdc.com is our website. We have a link to Thomas Landscapes if you're interested in that. Now, if you have a tree that was affected by all the snow or a bush or a plant, raise your hand. Okay, I think everyone's raising their hands. Well, he's going to help us with that in our next hour. Back to you guys.
Can't wait. Man, my whole backyard is looking like
You haven't
Holly.
had Derek
Thank you,
stop
Derek.
over yet,
Thank
have
you.
you?
No, not yet.
Thanks, guys.